So, welcome back everyone to episode 33. So, today we have an interesting topic, right?
Yes. What's the topic?
So, the topic is about human AI collaboration, what workers want, and what tech is currently delivering.
Yeah. So this is a very interesting topic, and you should definitely listen right till the end because we're going to discuss a paper from Stanford. It was just launched. So this is what we're going to talk about. So this is a paper which was released on, look at the date, 11th June 2025.
Yeah.
So it's fresh off the oven. And there are the authors of the paper in Stanford University. They talk about the future of work with AI agents. Everywhere you go, Betty, everybody's talking about AI agents, correct? And so their entire research paper, it's about 44 pages, but we're going to talk and give you only the sneak peeks or the key points, guys, so that you don't have to read all. You just need to listen to our podcast. So the first thing, Betty, that they have actually shared is something called as the HAS, or Human Agency Scale. Okay, so guys, there is this HAS, and there are these 5 levels. So HAS level 1, so you can see from the left, it goes right up to the right, HAS H1, HAS H2, so on and so forth, right up to HAS H5. Okay, so they have come up with this human agency scale. Right. So now you might ask, what is this human agency scale? Right. And so what this human agency scale is that HAS H1 is where an AI agent completely takes the full responsibility. So you can see this diagram right over here. You've seen HAS H1. This agent is doing everything over there. Right. Yeah. Whereas over here, the human is mostly doing most of the work with maybe a little bit. I mean, the agent is not even there. It doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah. Right. So you can go, and in H2 is where it's kind of AI agent needs your input. But there are few key points that the human is required for better performance.
So what do you think is the current number here in Indonesia?
In Indonesia, definitely we are only at H5. Okay. Because even where the human is mostly doing the task, and of course with either with shadow AI or using ChatGPT here and there, they augment their work. But I think we are mostly in Indonesian companies, I think 95% are in H5, and maybe the other 5% are maybe in H4. Okay, where the AI, there are some agents, but the human is the one giving some of the tasks. Correct. Okay, so that's what it is. But the thing over here is that we need to understand what Stanford has actually found out. So why they created this scale is because they want first to understand how agents are, from H1 to H5, but also the key topic for today's discussion, their finding is that where do humans want agents to be? So in your opinion, like you being, as you're working in AI Sensum, or me working in AI Sensum, where do we want agents to be at? Do we want it at H1 or do we want it at H5?
So I think we want it to be in the middle. So me as a human can still do something about it and still can give some opinions about it.
Excellent.
Not giving everything to AI and let everything AI decide for everything.
Right. And guess what the results of the survey are, Betty? The survey results also come out where, they've talked to a lot of people across so they've talked to many people, and they've talked to people who are experts in AI as well as to capability as well. And what has emerged is that an overwhelming majority of people want equal partnership. When I talk about agents, they don't want the agent to completely take away their responsibilities. There are certain tasks that humans are absolutely crucial for. And that is the way, that is what the key finding from the Stanford study is.
Yeah, so H3 is the perfect stage for AI to be involved in our work.
Yes, exactly. And that is what the survey has found out. Okay, now let's go to this human agency scale. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be more and more discussed. So everybody's going to be calling, they'll ask you an agent. So they'll say that what HAS level is the agent? we are developing a has 3 agent or a has 4 agent, right? So this will become like, like how, bad example, but like a Richter scale on an earthquake, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think people will start to use this scale to determine the involvement or non-involvement of a human with an agent. Okay, right. Okay, so this is a cool thing with Stanford University. Thank you, Stanford University, and thank you for those hardworking students who have, I'm sure, burnt a lot of midnight oil to create that.
These
paper.
guys are genius.
Yes, they're hardworking. Genius juga. The authors of this paper have come up with this kind of a 2x2 matrix where they created a green zone, a red zone, right? So the green zone over here, red light zone, an opportunity zone, a yellow zone, and a low priority zone. Okay. Yeah. Now, what are these dots over here? Okay. So what this is, so they've gone to the US labor market, and there are many jobs, and there are many activities that, humans are involved in. And they ask people, what is your worker rated automation desire? Do you want automation? Do you want an agent over there? That is what they've asked. And at the same time, they've also asked AI experts on the automation capability. That means, is AI ready to do it or not?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you guys might have understood, the green zone is the correct zone where capability of AI is there and workers want AI. Okay. And so what's the red zone then? Betty?
It's about the court municipal clerks, logistic analysts, computer network support specialists. So like someone who gets the work by like doing something directly, right?
Yeah.
Not using a system.
And there they are saying that automation they don't want, because you see the desire for automation is very low. Humans don't want automation here, but capability is there. Yes, we can prepare meeting agendas. We can prepare logistic analysis. We can have AI go and contact multiple vendors to determine material availability. But should that be done by capability is there, but the workers don't want it.
Yeah.
And that is where they have classified it as a red zone. But there's something very interesting over here, which is this yellow zone. So the green zone is what? So if you look here, the kind of let's say the kind of job kind of stuff which is coming out in the green zone is quality control system manager. Yeah. Check regularly reported quality control data. Tax preparers schedule appointment with clients. Mechanical engineers read and interpret reports. Okay, so mechanical engineers, tax preparers, quality control system managers, these are some of the examples. The entire paper has all these other ones as well. But what is important for us to understand, it doesn't, depending on the age, the industry that we work in, we need to talk to the employees to understand what are the tasks which are in the green zone, the red zone, and the opportunity zone. Yeah. That is what I found amazing about this paper. Okay, because it gives you a kind of while the capability might be there, you might have capability, but if humans don't want it, guess what is going to happen? The humans are going to reject it and the AI will fail. Yeah. The agent won't be used. Okay, so I think it is very important to map for every company the desire and capability. Right. So if the desire is there, plus capability is there, then only should anybody do it. Got it. Yeah. That is the key thing over here.
Yeah. Understand? So let's look at the R&D opportunity zone. Yes. So we have some levels. Mm-hmm. There are the video game and like the bottom one, the technical writers and the middle one, and the computer scientist is in the above one.
Yeah, all these are falling into R&D opportunity zones. So here, right now, technical writers or video game designers creating a production schedule or computer scientists. By the way, there's a spelling mistake in schedules, Stanford University. Please check your, do spell check, please. Okay.
Typo detector.
Right. So computer scientists are also there where they want approve. It's not computer scientists are talking about a particular task. Approve, prepare, monitor, and adjust operational budgets. Yeah. So this budget allocation. So these are tasks. There are 850 different tasks. So the tasks that they want automated, and they are saying is, right now, can the AI do it? No. But people, the humans actually want automation. So the key thing here is that we should focus on mostly building use cases in the green zone, right? Agents should be built in the green zone or in the yellow zone, not in the red zone or in the gray zone or the low priority zone. That is basically what Stanford is trying to tell us. So let's look at this. So this is where the thing is. Now, this is also very interesting. They have found out.
Yeah.
So you might have heard of YC. YC is Y Combinators. Basically, it's a Silicon Valley incubator, and they incubate some of the best startups in the world. Now, what they found out was that, look at this, which is the first point. 41% of YC startups are in the low priority and red zone. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's so much of time, money, and effort going into the red zone and the gray zone. So what do you think will happen to those companies, Betty?
Maybe they will go to bankrupt, or I don't know.
There is a high chance of failure. Actually, why is the failure? I think we should understand why there can be failure. Yeah. It's not because the tech is uncool. The tech might be cool, but the rejection came from the human.
Yeah.
AI adoption is not just about the tech. It is also about change management. Is the human willing to change? If the human is unwilling to change, resistance, right?
Yeah.
And therefore, it is going to create trouble. So my suggestion, guys, this is a very important, I as AI Sansam also, right? I was telling you as well that if we get a case study or a use case to be doing where a client wants something to do it in the red or the gray zone, we should tell them, hey, you know what? There's a high chance of failure.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So actually, if you're saying the automation red zone, they're saying technically feasible but risky.
Correct. Technically feasible, risky because of
the human itself.
Yes.
They don't
expect resistance or ethical concerns. That's the problem.
So I think they have like a plenty of trust issues still.
Yes, of course. They definitely would not just trust, but there's also resistance. Humans do not want to be just replaced completely with AI. And that is the problem over there. So I think, so that's where they say, 41% are focusing on gray and red, but they're saying that the green light and opportunity zones are under address, especially the opportunity zone. So it's under assisted. So a lot of startups can create maybe AI agents in this opportunity zone. That's basically what's the key thing. Thank you for Medium for making this amazing chart, which is basically from the Stanford article. Yeah. The guys have already gone and made a beautiful chart. Okay, so how do organizations prepare for success, correct?
Yeah. So the challenge is, the first one is widespread AI use. Employees are using AI daily, but leadership isn't seeing in organizational gains.
Okay. But leadership is also not saying, the challenge in leadership is that they want to do some AI project, but they're not seeing any productivity gain. There's no productivity increase because maybe the humans don't want that. Where they say, first and foremost, you also said, right, about, the fear, you have to reward innovation. Yeah. And also all of this, right, is about change management. Okay. And change management can happen if you reduce the fear, increase the training, and that will help you to move AI forward in your organization.
Yeah. So here, the solution are to reduce fear by setting a clear AI policies and allow experimentation in safe zone. Reassuring employees that sharing AI productivity gains won't directly leads to layoffs, which is a problem. Like people get scared to get laid off.
Yes. Yeah. And I think the best way of reducing fear is training.
Yeah.
Okay. Train your organization that, that AI is going to come in and come into we are not going to come into the red zone or the gray zone. We will help you with the green zones. Okay. We are not going to come in and waste your time. Right.
Yeah.
So let's go to the last. So how is, AI Sensum, in AI Sensum, we are also doing, and I think this has got me thinking, there are many architecture models for AI implementation. Okay. And one of the models is suggested from MIT, which is called the human in the loop model. Right. And if you look at human in the loop, and it's already, guys, we are already using this, and I'll give you an example of how we are using this. Correct. So in this case, what happens is, you give input to an AI and you get a result from the AI.
Yeah.
Now, the human needs to decide whether the confidence on this answer is high or low. Okay. Now, we had a recent segmentation mapping, okay, where we mapped the personas of various personas and products to the persona. Now, the AI analyzed the data, the segmentation and all of that, and the human also did that. But the human's analysis and the AI's analysis were different.
Yeah.
Guess what AI sensor did?
Of course, the human one.
Correct. But why did we do that?
Because I don't think you can trust fully from the AI results. So you need some human in the loop to make suggestions, or like, of course, AI also can be wrong, guys. AI is not correct all the time.
Correct. Right? AI has looked at it, guys. Here is a human who has 3 years of experience handling this customer, knowing the product inside out. Don't you think that human's intuition on a persona, and persona is an emotional thing, correct? A human is an emotional person, right? Not a functional person. Most of buying happens on emotional basis. The intuition of this human to map a particular product to a persona has come because of intuition, correct?
Yeah.
And so therefore, it is much more better to trust the human here. And so what did we do? We adjusted the AI based on the human input, correct? And that was what was, and so the AI was told, hey, this is what we feel is more accurate, adjust your results. That is human in the loop. That is where, you see human and AI, what has happened over here? Is it H1, H2, H3 or H4?
It's H3, guys.
Exactly, guys. H3 has happened over here where it is equal opportunity. Right? And that is what we are propagating. And we believe that that's why the agents that we make, especially in AI Sensum, what we make has human in the loop. And we are ensuring that, the human's inputs are also there, because intuition cannot just be given away, especially in the marketing domain.
So it's a very interesting topic, and you guys should understand this topic also if you want to amplify the use of AI in your daily lives.
Absolutely. Okay,
so that's all for today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this content, and also turn on the bell notification bell.
And write in your comments, guys. We want your comments about HAS123. Tell us what level your organization is at.
Yeah.
Okay.
So see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.